guys, welcome to another episode. Today we are going to do a little bit of side work, a little bit of cleaning up, if you will, of the car. I've already taken it outside and gave it a good hand wash twice over, and I even took the pressure washer and was able to clean out a lot of the grime and dirt out of the engine bay. So a lot of that is cleaned up, but the car is still showing a little dull and dim and a lot of those surface scratches. So today we're going to take our buffer and we're actually going to take some time and clean up these panels little by little. We'll go sections at a time and start cleaning them up. We have our engine block out at the machine shop, and there's quite a little bit of a backlog, to say the least, as far as the work getting done there. So it's going to take some time to get that block back, but in the meantime we're going to do stuff like this, where we're going to take the car and we're going to buff it and get it nice and clean again and see if we can really save this paint. So let's grab our buffer and let's get right to business. Alright guys, so this is the buffer we're going to end up using. It's just a 7-inch variable speed type of buffer. I've got a wool pad on there. I've also got some microfiber pads, but the wool pad is going to give us a good cut we're looking for. But I want to show you guys a little bit of before, that way you can see a really good comparison. This is the passenger side. So I did a little test area here. You can see it's shiny. We've got a lot of scratches and things like that in it, but there is a lot of dullness also, especially up here. You can really see where it's that dull paint. It's a little bit shinier here on the top. Definitely some stuff is put some scratches in the surface there, and just kind of overall dull. So our goal is to get this nice and shiny. You can even see down here where it's still a little dull. You can see a reflection, so that's a good sign, but not as much as we would like. So we're going to take this buffer and we'll see what we can come up with. I'll be the first to tell you that I am no buffing expert by any means. I know my technique is probably horrible. I'm doing it all wrong. Yeah, I get it. But we can already see some results, and you can see yourself. So we're seeing progress. We can see ourselves pretty well. There is, looks like some sun baking cracks here. But the best part is you can't really see it until you're like right up on it. So you can still see a reflection. But this is probably a really good comparison. When we went up here, you can see the new and the old. So we are definitely making progress. Like I said, I am no expert by any means, but we are making this car a lot shinier than it is. And this is some good progress. So we are using the McGuire's Ultimate Compound and just a wool pad. So like I said, my technique is probably horrible. Don't hate me. If you know a good way of how to do this, drop in the comments down below. That way you can share with everyone else what you guys know and what works for you. So let's get reset up and keep on trekking. Alright guys, so we have basically done the entire car. Now, like I said, I am no pro, so all of you that know how to buff and right materials and right kind of, pad and all that kind of stuff, by all means, drop it in the comments down below to help everybody else. This is not a how-to by any means, but I just really wanted to see if this paint is even worth saving, and I had to bust out the extra light because it's starting to get late here, and I even had to it's just getting dark, so I'm gonna break out that light, and there's gonna be swirl marks in it. I can see it already. There's gonna be swirls in it, so don't judge it, but I think we have really good results, so let's take a look. Well, here it is. We can see the shine. You can see the garage lights off of it, nice and shiny. Now these are the swirls you're gonna see in there, and like this, where it's not quite perfect yet, but this is just a really rough first buff for this car. Who knows how long, but we can just see the difference from where we started to where we are now. Now this is where we're going to see all those little imperfections, and this Texas heat, this Texas sun will do it to your car where it starts to crack like that. So it's not, not perfect by any means, but holy man, this is much better, and it's quite an improvement. So I don't think anything short of a couple washes and maybe a different kind of pad will really start to bring out even more, and it'll be these more fine scratches, especially around the trunk area, around the door handles where the keys get missed, and you can see where somebody in the past has tried to cover these little etches and everything, and they're really not very good. Looks like someone may have dropped the hood in the past on the side of the car. All these heat bubbles all come through now, but I mean, that's what you're going to get with a car that's probably been in Texas its whole life, and this is probably the worst area on the car. I don't know if that's really going to be able to show for you guys, but that's going to be the worst. But the best part is about that, if there is one, is that if we actually step back and up and away from it, yeah, you can see it, but it doesn't draw your whole attention from it. So there's still work yet to be done, but the work that's meant to be done isn't a whole lot. So a good clean, maybe another buff, like I was saying, it just takes a little bit more time, but this is a huge improvement from where we started. And I think I've even got a spot on here. Yeah, so here's a really good comparison on this front cowl where we used to be right here, and where we're at now. You just see how dull it used to be. Like these little tight spots that the buffer couldn't get to, just where we are now and where we started. It's quite a transformation. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like I've been saying, our block is at the machine shop, so things like this are going to be what the next couple weeks of videos are going to be. It's always something good to get knocked off the list, and this is something I really wanted to do, to really see what the kind of paint we're working with. Maybe down the road we could get it all disassembled again and send it off to get some body work and paint done on it. But it's not really budget friendly for right now, at least. I like the black. It's a good classic look on the car. And I really think all these imperfections kind of add to its story. So I'm not really eager to get that all changed. So I think that's going to do it, guys. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, we'll see ya.